Well, welcome to the Complete Nonsense Podcast. I want to pre-apologize for anything that we may say that may piss you off or offend you. If it does, please call in and let's talk about it. We want to hear your opinion. Our disclaimer is very simple. If you are super serious or looking for something educational, forget about it. Because it won't happen here, let's begin. Okay, welcome back to episode 20.
Hi, 24.
Are you sure it's 20? I don't know that
I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
It's a lot of episodes coming your way, podcast land.
Yeah.
A lot of episodes.
I can't wait to sit back and have the microphones in our hand.
Yeah, it's
and have the headphones on.
Yeah.
And like if you see all the people that are doing it, like that Asian guy with his friend, I can't stand that guy.
I love it.
I can't stand the guy.
Bad Friends? That's a good podcast.
No, the Asian guy's funny, but his partner.
Oh, I love his partner. His partner's the funniest.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. He kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know his name.
I love it.
And I would love to get with him. I'd love to get with him.
Bad Friends is a good podcast. I like it.
There was kind of interesting, as the last couple of weeks I've been looking for somebody to help us with the video and all that. Right?
Yeah.
We got to expand this out because the shows are great. We have a very consistent audience.
Yeah.
We want to build it. We definitely want to build it. Video is going to do that because we'll do clips and TikTok, and then we've just brought on the Complete Nonsense TikTok, which I'm going to start using as my forum and start bringing people in and doing all that stuff, right? As my, I guess, what is it called? My social media handle. I don't know. So I was talking to this guy that the genie gave us, and he was great, and he was like, he's a pod guy, and he's like knows everything. Like that's what he does for a living. And
he's a producer, or is he?
Yeah, he's like a producer,
editor, or?
Producer, editor, video guy. He does it all.
Okay.
So he runs a bunch of shows out in California, right?
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this is fantastic. I will get with him, and he'll help us. He'll get us to where we need to be. So we kept missing each other, and I'd be like, oh, I can't do tonight because I got something going on. Or he'd be like, oh, I can't do. I got my kid's soccer game. And I'd be like, oh, I got to, where I was coming from, the parents, the moving, right? And it's been a couple of months that we've been trying.
Right.
So I texted him a couple of days ago and I said, hey, can we get together? I'm ready. Can we get it? And he told me, don't ever text him again.
You already said this on another episode.
Did I? Did I tell you?
The entire story.
I'm crushed by it. Like, I was literally dumped by a guy I don't even know. So from repeating myself, it's horrible, but it stuck with me.
Yeah.
Like I even tried to kind of reach out again. Did I do the follow up? Because I was like, are you sure? A couple days later.
Well, we talked about how we're paying the guy money.
We weren't paying the guy money.
Well, I'm saying you were going to pay the guy. You were out giving him some work because you were interested in the work. And we talked about how he basically just said, fuck it, I don't want to do it. And that was when I was talking about service is terrible these days.
Oh,
you have to really beg and get the right people. And finding the right people these days is very hard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I was out there and I was like, I had a meeting about the podcast, right? Because I was getting the new equipment and all that, because as we talked about, we're building the studio in here, right? And that we loved our workspace collective and all that. Just as we talked about a drive and all that.
Right.
And as I'm driving, I saw a one-legged golfer. I seriously saw a one-legged golfer. I'm not even sure how it worked.
On the golf course?
On the golf course. He was driving his cart with his golf by himself, driving his golf clubs on the hole. So he must have just hit. I don't even know how it worked. I wanted to stop and ask him.
You definitely just didn't see him playing soccer.
I did. Like a one-legged golfer.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That's just not.
Golfing is very
two-legged.
Yeah. Well.
Yes, it's on. Well, it's on. What?
Yeah. I don't know.
I wanted.
Did he have a stand behind him, like a deer stand?
All I saw was he was driving the car. He was driving the cart, and when I saw him, he was getting into the cart.
Was it a Tesla cart?
With his crutches. No, it was a golf cart.
Okay.
He has little crutches. I say little. He was a tall guy. From afar, he looked pretty tall.
Right.
And he had one leg, and I was again, just gives you hope. Like you can do anything you want in this world.
There's a lot of guys who
But,
have
are we
different.
not allowed to make fun of that?
No, it's not. It's not making fun of it. It's actually intriguing because a lot of guys who have handicaps are way better at sports than some people that have all their
There's
limbs.
nobody. There's
Murder ball and
Murder ball.
Yeah, you ever heard of
What's
murder
murder ball?
It's like hockey and or basketball, one of those things where they wheel around and they slam into each other.
You're talking about in like wheelchair.
Whatever it is. I mean, they do hardcore stuff, man.
Who does?
There's a guy. You ever seen the
night?
night?
I'm talking about Special Olympics.
I'm just telling you.
Talking about some guy.
Okay, I'm talking about
on the guy.
I'm just telling you. Some people who got handicaps can. They're really good at
I
good
get the
stuff.
thing, yes, but that's organized.
Yeah.
It's an organized sport.
It's guys that took their handicap and said, you know what,
But
I'm going to achieve a goal.
How do you golf with one leg?
I don't know if I could do it.
I know you couldn't.
Yeah,
I don't think you could.
I can't golf with two legs.
Right. I was very.
I could drink beer on the golf course.
I wanted to stop. But again, then and I'm the guy who would stop, and I wouldn't be like, "Hey, bud," and then all of a sudden it gets awkward, right? But I tried to stop because it brings me to so that night. This is the funniest of that part.
Right.
All right. Don't. Yes. Nobody's laughing because he has one leg. Right. Let's. Everybody who hears this thing all of a sudden will be like, "Oh, look at the guy. He cancel him. He's talking about like a one-legged guy."
Yeah,
Nobody gives a fuck that he had one leg. I don't care
course.
that he had one leg. I mean, there's some friends of mine out there, and let's talk Zeke Zeus and Lombard that we've all talked about. Would you do an amputee? I might. I might do one. A couple legs missing or something.
Okay.
It'd be interesting, right?
Get freaky.
Yeah, that'd be freaky. Well, is it freaky or is it the name thing? It's normal.
Okay, P Diddy.
So that night, I play on a poker site.
Okay.
Right? And online, as you know, I ran one for a good couple of years. So I have this poker. I'm on a poker site. I'm playing, and I start talking to one of the hosts, right? And he's like, "Welcome to the Deaf Club."
What?
And I said, "What?"
What?
He said, "Everybody's deaf. Everybody in the club is
Online?
deaf." Online. And I said, first of all, I didn't believe it.
But you're talking to him on the phone.
I was texting him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't believe it, right?
Okay.
Who's gonna believe that, right?
Yeah,
a deaf club, and how cool is that? Like, if in person or not, that everybody's deaf except me, except me. Right? So I text him. I said, I'm not deaf. He's like, we don't know that you're not deaf now because there are now non-deaf people in there. I said, well, how did you all get together? And he's like, well, we were in a school in California for the deaf. So I was like, okay, so everybody in the school started playing poker. They all play poker online, and they're all deaf. So I was still like, I don't believe you. Bro, I don't believe you. And so the guy sent me a fucking video.
Why?
And the video.
What?
Now, I'm not trying to disparage deaf people. I love you all.
What was the video of?
The video was of this. It literally said, "Hey, marijuana." And I said, "What did you say, dude?" And he goes, "Yeah." He's like, and again, he's writing to me. He's like, "That's right. I did that on purpose to you." He said to me, the joke's on you, motherfucker." But I couldn't understand it because it was in deaf talk.
I don't understand that.
I have to show it to you.
I don't want to see it.
He literally, he had a cigar in his mouth and he pointed and he says, "Hey," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Okay."
That is him proving that he's
proving that he was deaf to me. And I said, I was shocked. I was shocked.
That.
Everybody's deaf. So he's like, "You're one of the few, hearing people." But you don't have to. We're not in the room together. We're online, so nobody would even know that. Why he had to tell me that?
Who cares?
Yeah. He made he got like angry. We had two. I got to show you 2-hour text conversation about it. Like why and how, and then he was telling me about that he's an interpreter for this. He does the courts, and like he gave me his whole. And then the interesting thing was that his whole family's deaf. His wife's deaf. His 2 kids are deaf. So I said, does it mean that if you get married to a deaf woman that your kids will absolutely be deaf? And he told me there was some sort of chromosome or gene or something to that effect, that if they both have that, everybody will be deaf. His parents are deaf, his brothers deaf, everybody that he knows is deaf in that. So I thought it was, guy, super cool guy, but he literally sent me a video to be like, "Fuck off, motherfucker," because I couldn't believe that he was that. Again, why would he tell me that? And I didn't believe that it was true anyway, but he made, yeah, I believe it now. I totally believe it now.
Seeing is believing, I guess.
Oh, it was unbelievable. And then, you know, speaking of that, I don't even say speaking of, because you move on from, I thought it was really interesting, that I'm one of the only guys that can hear in a deaf poker club. But we got to talk to you about, you told me the other day that you went back to smoking cigarettes because it's healthier than vaping. Can you explain that to us?
So Stacks, who in podcast land you all know,
once again
gone right now.
You know, you're gone 3 times. It's gone.
She's coming back. She's coming.
She's not coming back. She's not.
Who knows? Stacks is her own woman. She.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can't have.
So listen,
can't have them coming in and out of the show. Yeah, Stacks, if you're hearing this, you got. If you missed one more episode, you can kiss asses.
What?
Put in your shirt. Take your shirt off. Give it back to us.
No, she's my Stacks.
She might be your Stacks. She's not our Stacks anymore.
All right, so I smoke a lot. It's a habit that I picked up a long time ago. But long story short, I wanted to stop. I figured I wanted
12.
to.
You were 12.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I figured I wanted to stop. You know. So Stacks comes in. She has these vapes. Now I've done the vape before, but she's telling me this. It's changed all this stuff. So
What's changed?
It's changed. The
How?
vape, I don't know.
It's
I'm just a guy going, maybe I should try to do that. Not to quit smoking, just to curve it a little bit. First of all, that did not work.
You should have smoked more.
I smoked more.
Because you could smoke.
And every time I smoked, I felt like my head was going to explode.
Yeah.
I felt like my body was coming out of itself. I felt like I was having a heart attack.
Really?
So
We've talked about this.
But you know me very well. I'm very persistent in what I do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to get through this.
Yeah.
Never happened. So
what were you trying to get through?
I was trying to get through the coughing and so I read up on it and then it starts telling me, Google. You're not supposed to go on Google and look up on stuff. The worst move I could do.
Oh, you mean vaping stuff?
Yeah. It gives you blisters. It gives you cancer.
Blisters?
all the.
Where do you get blisters?
In your lungs.
That's called popcorn lung.
Whatever it is. I didn't like it.
So you feel you will have popcorn lung, but it's better to smoke cigarettes.
So Stacks comes up, she's like, hey, maybe you should go back to smoking.
Maybe you should quit.
And I said, yeah.
How about just quit altogether?
Yeah, listen.
I quit. Just so everybody knows. Everybody who knows me knows I smoked like a champion since I've been like 13 years old. But 2 packs a day on a drinking night. I can do 3.
I'm not promoting smoking. I'm not promoting smoking too. Those who are out there, I'm not promoting smoking. But I like to have a cigarette every once in a while.
That's promoting smoking.
I'm just saying. For me, it's
promoting smoking.
It's that thing that just hits me and goes, ooh.
That's the addiction.
Okay,
that's the part of addiction, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, well, that's fine that you like
I don't do drugs. I drink beer.
You can't say that you had to quit smoking vape because
I did.
It was better to go smoke cigarettes.
I'm just saying.
There's no logic behind that.
I've been smoking back for a week now, and I feel better.
Oh, you feel better?
Again,
the problem with smoking.
Do not try this at home. I'm not professional. I'm just telling you this is what I like to do.
We are professional.
Yeah, we are.
You're professional smoker. Yeah, well, we were professionals.
I'm just saying.
But
to each his own. You like your stuff, what you do. You like your little, every once in a while, your little dip, dip, bam.
I don't know what a dip, dip, bam, bam
whatever it is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You talking about my vape when I do THC? I'm going to tell you, I don't do it that often.
I know, but you like it when you hit it. Like,
I don't.
It's
I'm a non-smoker now.
Yeah, you are.
So when I do that, you see that I have to come in here and. It always brings me back to Kaylee, asthma and all that. Now that I have this, like, some sort of COPD of some mild form. Right. Don't all bury me yet out there in podcast land. Right. I'm going to outlast all you motherfuckers. Anyway, so I now hit an inhaler every once in a while because, I get this raspiness. But when I take that vape hit, the THC and stuff, it hurts. So I'm not a big fan of it.
That's what it was doing with me. It hurt.
Yeah, it just hurts. I'm just not a big fan. I've quit smoking now so long. It's almost 4 years.
Yeah.
That I just don't I don't miss it, you know. Yeah. And every time I do take that, it hurts. I cough.
Yeah.
And it's kind of annoying. And what I don't miss about the cigarettes is that I don't smell. My fingers aren't yellow. My clothes don't have burn holes. I don't smell like you guys stink. You stink. Yeah,
easy.
You do.
I don't stink.
Oh, you stink, bro.
I'm the cleanest guy alive.
You are. It's not about being clean. After you smoke, if you come in, you stink like cigarettes. And again, we were all smokers. Where you guys smoke 2 and 3 cigarettes. Your clothes smell. It is what it is. So I don't miss those things because even though Cece, thank God, quit, she vapes now. Yeah. I don't smell her at all, which is wonderful. Yeah. But you guys,
some people have that thing. My father, they just
smoke and he stinks. I said to Cece, we can't let him fuck around with turkey and stuffing.
Let's be honest, he longs for that smoke though.
Yeah,
of course.
I don't know what longs means.
I'm just saying, like I long. Like sometimes I'm like, man, I just need and it's like an instant relief. Now I'm not.
That's the drug, right? No, I mean that's the drug in the cigarette. I don't use that anymore, but I still get like a relief. I take a deep breath or I go take a walk or something. So it's not necessarily that it's the cigarette that is, it's what the chemical hits you. Because again, that's all proven fact.
You know what's even funnier? Like back in the
Dr.
day,
Oz.
Back in the day, we always, growing up, we were like, oh, smoking, and you always had these set of friends that were like, oh, that's the worst thing you could do. Da, 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 da. Now they're all growing up, you see them and they all smoke.
Do they?
Yeah. Isn't it crazy?
I know a lot of people.
Even like the people you never would have thought would have a cigarette.
I don't see though. Like most of the people I know don't smoke.
No,
isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
like most of my Chicago friends didn't smoke.
Yeah.
What's
smoking in Chicago?
Huh?
It's smoky in Chicago.
It is. There's a lot I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of people do smoke.
Right.
But I will say, I shouldn't say that. A lot of my friends that did smoke either quit or never smoked. Like, when we get Jeannie in here, she never smoked.
No, she doesn't like smoking.
One day we'll get Jeannie, and Jeannie just refuses. Again, mic's on, they get nervous.
Yeah.
They get nervous,
Can't get her nervous.
If we could get this, once we can get this thing rolling where we could get the call-ins, because I know people are dying to call in. I've got a list of people that want, because they can't be in the room with us, because they're not here. But we could get them on the phone and all that. And when we try and do it, the one time on the phone, it just sounds shitty.
Well, yeah. But that's what we've been, working on, because I know that we're getting a lot more new stuff.
Oh, we're working on it.
It's coming in. That's why we've been in and out and doing the things that has been going on with the delays. But things are coming full circle, like we talked about.
So I was out again. I got another quick funny. I guess funny, and not really funny, because we talked about it last time. I had a friend that said I wasn't that funny, but I think I'm pretty funny.
No, he said he's funnier than
he says funny. Yeah. And then even Stacks one day, remember outside? You're not that funny. When I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, but it works. So I'm parked in a spot. They have to picture this, right? I'm out at a bar, right? And all of a sudden, I hear this. Who's got that car? I'm like,
who's that guy?
I'm not even thinking anything, right? I'm just sitting there having a casual vodka tonic, not minding my own business, talking to my buddy. And they're like, the bartender again. There's 2 of them. And it's 2 girls, and they're like, whose car is that? Whose car is that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, who's got the Lexus? And I'm like, oh, that's me. It's got to be me. I don't want to be that guy, but okay. Right. I think that's me, right? So they're like, you got to get out of that spot. And I'm like, what spot? And they're like, that's the owner's spot. And I said, oh, okay, no problem, So I go outside. And when I tell you that they were freaking the fuck out, because all I did was pull my car out of one spot and pull it next to where I was, because he wanted to be in a spot next to the curb.
At a spot at a bar that has like 3 spots.
3 spots. They lost their fucking mind. When I tell you, Dees, that I was like, am I getting towed? I felt like I was in New York City. They're like, gotta get it out of that spot. So I pulled it out of the spot. The guy pulled it into spot, and I parked next to him. So I got out of the car, and I said, you couldn't be in the spot next to me. He goes, I like my spot. I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, this.
Do you like customers?
Yeah, I was like, how weird is it? I was like, it was beyond ridiculous.
That's so
Again,
crazy.
Something that I noticed ridiculousness in my daily life, living on this earth, is some ridiculousness of that kind of bullshit that all of a sudden they're gonna. I mean, when I'm talking, lost their mind. Like the chick almost slapped the drink out of my hand. She's like, "You put that drink down. You get out there right now and you fucking move that car." And I'm like, "Whoa,
He's coming."
I thought he was in the parking lot. I thought I was in New York, dude.
What was he driving?
He was driving a truck.
Like a Ford
You
Focus?
all drive trucks here. Well, you don't drive trucks anymore, but they all drive trucks here.
So, he was one of those Texan guys.
Dude, but he came out like Lord Farquaad. Let's be realistic. The guy was in this massive truck, and I kid you not. Again, if I could walk around with GoPro on my head, you would all see that I'm not even fucking coloring the story. The guy walks. He's got I'm looking up at the truck, right, and I know the guy. He pops out, and he's about 5.5 feet tall. At best, he's 5'5".
That's always the case.
It's always
It's like the Napoleon syndrome.
Yeah, well, it is Napoleon syndrome.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, literally, I walked out, and I even said to him, "What are we doing here, bud? Like, are you okay? Did you get your spot?"
In the middle of a bar where people go in and out
It was a Friday,
all day long.
It was a Friday night. Friday night.
And let me ask you, like, was his name on the spot?
No, it's not on the spot. No. I think it said,
Just when he shows up, it's my spot.
yeah. I think the spot said manager on duty.
Get out.
Yeah. like manager on duty. I don't even know. And we're right about Thanksgiving now.
Yeah.
We're right after Thanksgiving. Actually, this will air after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So everybody in my house is sick. I got two of them with the flu. The genie flew in, and she's getting over some shit in her world. So when she comes in, we're gonna have her. Stax is gonna actually go under something, right? She's gonna go under and clean out her demons, or just relax, or whatever the case may be. You can only imagine what's gonna come out of Stax. I mean, we've heard her. Even the podcast land heard her when she was like, "Oh," and all of a sudden, her head spun and she vomited.
We're gonna be sitting on the sides just throwing holy water.
Oh yeah. Holy water. I'm going to be holding a cross. I'm going to have a silver bullet and gun just in case I got to end it.
The demon.
But we took the 2 weeks off, and it's just like it's a little refreshing.
Yeah.
Now we gotta gear up towards the new year because we have Christmas is coming. I see that you guys put up lights.
Yeah.
Lights. You don't put them up. You don't put them up.
I don't.
You don't. Do you even put ornament on the tree?
Because what happens is Stax is out there. She has a certain way she wants to do them.
How is that the way?
That's the way.
All right, what's the way?
The way is
the two trees next to each other. Is that the way?
The way is Dees, get out of my way.
I gotta say, I come into your house the other day.
Yeah.
She is hanging stockings.
Yeah.
She's got the ladder out, and you are playing Grand Theft Auto.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. I'm sorry. Is that Call of Duty like
Call of Duty
400? What year are they on? Like what
6.
volume are they on?
A Black Ops 6.
Black Ops 6. So now the neighbor, this other neighbor has like put up their display, which I saw him today. We're gonna have Conspiracy come in.
Oh,
I
love
he'll
it.
come in Monday.
Let's do it.
So what?
He's very interesting. I can't wait to. I mean,
but
look, when he talks, I when he was talking the other day, I was like, man, he sees the things that I just didn't think about.
So
whether you like it or not, he's got his own theory and what he believes.
It's not theory, it's conspiracy.
It's conspiracies.
Yeah.
But he's a conspiracy realist, is what he's saying.
Well, that's not.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. Again, I question because everybody's reality is their own.
Right.
Whoever you listen to, you can believe whatever
I find
you
it
want to
interesting.
believe. But that doesn't make, of course, interesting.
Yeah.
Now, we're not debating the interesting.
Right.
Because that's why if he wasn't interesting, we wouldn't have him. Could you imagine if he wasn't interesting? We're just sitting here, the three of us staring at each other.
Right.
So, but you can't say that he is... that what he thinks is truth, it's his truth. Because again, wherever you're going to get that source, and he goes deep.
That goes back to people thinking that we talk politics, but it's just it's not.
I don't think anybody thinks we talk politics.
I'm just saying, like talking politics is not what we're doing. We're talking about what we hear,
the
or what
politics,
we see, or what we.
I'm going to talk
different aspects of politics.
It's the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Of course,
the politics of our generation.
I agree.
It's just stupid.
I agree.
It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for us all.
At the end of the day,
just let us be a free country.
Yeah, believe
Don't
what
ever
you
lose our
believe
freedom.
in, but you don't have to force it on people.
Not
Like,
even force it, just to be mad. Stop being mad.
yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
just got to be mad.
Once
you stop
here we
being
are.
mad,
Here we are. Let's live. Let's live, baby.
Because when you die again, they're not going to make a statue of you.
Yeah.
They're not going to make any of that stuff. Yeah, the politics. And again, it's so ingrained in us because every time you roll through it, you're seeing the politics.
Of course.
We talked about it last time. I cannot believe, if it's true, I haven't even seen it yet, is Dr. Oz from the Oprah Winfrey Show really going to run the fucking CDC? It's amazing if that's the case.
Not to get off topic, but I heard, and again, maybe you heard it too, and it's kind of off topic, but did you hear that Ellen DeGeneres is leaving the country?
I heard that.
Did you hear that?
But not because of the politics. I think I heard she found a home in Spain or something.
But, of course, everybody's putting their spin on what they think as well.
Well,
But
she probably already, she has so much money.
Money, right.
She probably
I'm
already has
sure.
a home outside. And now she's going to live there.
It's fake news. I mean, again, what news is real, right? So we all get our own grip on it, and we kind of. But I just threw that in there because that's what I'm talking. Like, it's funny to see how people say
she's
things.
Irrelevant now.
Well, of course.
Which is interesting. She was, again, they rise you up. It's kind of like my friend. We talked about it last episode. I take the guy to the airport. I practically gave him a kidney. I do all that stuff. And then in his mind, I'm too big for him. So he wants to bash on me and then and then it backfires on him.
Right.
And, that's what they do to Ellen. Even if Ellen was this terrible human, she started out as a nice person doing a talk show, right? And all of a sudden she lost her way, right? Rosie O'Donnell, do you remember that? When she first came out, they were calling her Queen of Ice. She was the greatest thing in sliced bread. They literally called her the Queen of Ice. And then 3 years into it, they said she was the biggest bitch they've ever met, and they tore her apart. So
same thing, Kevin Spacey, the same thing. Like he came.
See, they can't compare Kevin.
I'm just saying.
This is where the D's goes.
No,
and this is why we work so well.
No, it's celebrities.
Compare.
I'm just talking about celebrities.
He diddled kids.
I know that. I'm saying.
I don't say he diddled kids. He diddled boys.
Okay.
He diddled men.
As a kid.
Well, no, I mean,
I'm just saying irrelevancy to not relevancy.
Again, I could be wrong. I don't think he was a pedophile. I think he was picking up men. Like he was picking up maybe young men, 18,
I saw
19.
a video with him on TikTok.
We can't compare.
No, I'm just saying the status of people.
No.
I thought we were talking about diddlers.
No.
I heard that she was leaving the country because of that reason.
That she diddled?
No, that she diddled and Diddy.
She diddled and Diddy?
And Diddy stuff.
She did diddle and Ellen DeGeneres.
That's what I heard.
Was not hanging out with God.
That is
Dees, where are you getting your news? Mad TV?
It's all over.
Where? So,
internet.
No.
That's what I heard. That's
This
where
is
I heard it from. That's where I got my info.
Just so y'all know,
I don't
Dees,
know.
once again, on this episode, wore his white and blue coat.
It's still relevant.
He owns this.
I'm not moving to Spain. I'm staying with my shirt.
Thank God you don't diddle.
I don't diddle.
You diddle. I know. I said thank God. You don't have to say I don't.
I don't diddle.
Nobody
make that very fucking clear.
So he wears this coat that he made. Did you sew the white and blue together?
No.
Okay.
It came
as a white and blue. Very white, very
merged.
blue. Yeah. It's kind of like.
I love it.
Do you?
I do.
It looks good. I hate the color.
Why do you hate the color?
Because it's too white and too blue.
Because it's not your team.
It's not about my team.
Yeah, your team is different color.
No, your team's not even that
what
color.
if you had your red and blue?
I wouldn't do it.
You should.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah. I mean, Podcast Land, you have to see what the Dees has worn the last couple episodes. He comes in with this. It's completely white. I mean, we're talking white. We are talking like white, bright
blue.
White. It's not flat. It's not matte. It's not eggshell. It's fucking white. It's white. And then the other side, right down the middle, the other side is blue. It's blue. I don't.
Yeah, man.
I don't know, man.
Lightning, baby.
It's not. That's not like the colors, though.
It is.
It isn't.
Don't tell me the colors.
Everybody, look. The Rangers have. They have white in there,
right?
But your uniform is not half white.
Yes,
half
they
blue.
do.
They do not have half white.
We have white, blue, and black.
Right, but not that. They're not that much white. Nothing on their uniform.
What?
Nothing on their uniform is that much white.
Oh, they're gonna love me.
God, are you gonna wear that to the game?
Yes.
Are we going to the game?
Yeah, well, I want to. I want to. I work on the 28th.
No, you call in sick.
I have already tried. I'm already
You call in sick.
hoping I get tickets. That's
What?
a game I gotta see. That's a game.
Yeah. Are you gonna wear that?
Yeah, I'm gonna wear this. And my necklace.
I don't care about the necklace. I'll wear my necklace with you.
Yeah.
But you're wearing that shirt?
Remember, see, I have to get you into these things because it takes me a minute to get you hooked. You didn't want to wear the necklace, but now you wear the necklace.
I love the necklace.
Necklace is
That was one of the best gifts you ever gave me. Besides the knife. You gave me a good one.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't order me a red and white sweatshirt. So
I'm gonna make
if you're gonna do
I'm gonna
that.
make you a ranger, but you gotta tell me what you want.
Yeah, well, I want a Ranger jacket. I want it to look like that, but I want it all blue. I want the whole thing.
You don't want a red?
I want
reddish?
no, I don't want red. No.
Well, wait, white?
Yeah,
That's
no.
look weird.
Well, white will be the lettering.
Yeah, you're
They
red.
need to see this.
They need to see red.
People need to see the white and the blue. How does Stax feel about it?
Oh, she loves it.
Does she love
Yeah.
it? I don't think she
Every at my place loves it.
What do you mean that everybody?
Everybody sees me like, who's that guy?
Yeah, they see.
Where'd he
I think
go?
they tell you that because
They
they
do.
know how sensitive you are.
Probably.
You're a sensitive guy, and I'm not.
Probably.
I know it
And-
doesn't hurt your feelings. Well, I guess
It would hurt my feelings.
It does hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
That I think it's too white.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
That's what I love. About
my
you.
jacket.
But we're partners, bud. And
Yeah, yeah.
back to we're partners. I got to be able to tell you that how I feel about it. It's too white.
Yeah,
I mean, we got to snap a picture of it. We need to put it online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you snap a
Put
picture
it everywhere.
and make a meme of it?
No, there's no meme.
No,
it's
can
it's important.
Can you make it? Can you when you do the episode?
You'll
Gotta put
see it in the Lightning catalog once I get it approved.
White. You're not getting that. Lightning won't. It's too white.
No, it's not.
Nah, it's too. It's too. Like nobody wears clothes that are half and half.
Kucherov's already called me.
No, but and for anybody that doesn't know that, that's a player on the light.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it. It's too white.
No.
Nah,
I
it's
love
just
it.
too.
Everybody loves it.
It's too.
I know you have different taste.
Yeah, I do. We have very different taste.
Different taste.
And with that, do you have anything to say? Once again, we missed Stax, but Stax had a good run, and she enjoyed it.
She's coming back.
Okay.
She says she's not, but she's coming back.
Oh, she said she's not coming
I
back.
don't-
Well, I think she would tell the host.
She would tell the
She
host.
can't. She's not gonna tell the host.
I think she had a headache.
A headache for a month.
I don't poke the bear, man.
Maybe we get some guests, because you and I.
Let's get our host back first.
Well, we're not gonna. We're gonna fill in because we're gonna fill in with guests.
Yeah, we got to fill in with guests.
We got conspiracy coming.
Conspiracy.
He's definitely
We got
gonna
the
come.
genie.
Yeah, Genie's coming right around
I
Christmas.
think we need I don't know. I want to get somebody.
This
really...
guy wants to come on, but he's gonna be a struggle. The only thing I'm not gonna give away anything, but yeah, we're gonna struggle with him because he's he wants to come on, but his whole shtick is he wants to just argue with me.
I love that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a good argument.
Yeah, but I love
Man,
that.
this is a guy who told me that he had a degree in pre-med and pre-law. You can't get a fucking degree in that. There's no such thing as a degree.
Maybe he could.
You can't.
There's a debate. We should have a debate.
Okay.
That would be great.
What do we debate?
I don't know.
The code? We
Yeah.
can debate the code. We debate the code. You like the code? I like
No, I'm
the
saying he
stuff
should
on
have a
the
debate
code.
with you.
I don't like
And
the color.
I should be the guy asking the questions.
Yeah, no. Well,
like the presidency. Just
Yeah.
Just ask a question.
Well, we talked about that, and that didn't happen. But I just he wants to be on, and every time I see him, he's like, "Get me on the podcast, get me on the podcast." But the problem with getting him on the podcast is he's got nothing to say.
Well,
maybe
he'll shock you.
He literally wanted to have an argument with me about the fact that you could get a degree in pre-med or pre-law, and that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
I don't even
You don't be like, oh, I graduated
First of all,
pre-med.
I don't even say those two things in a sentence.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't.
I drive a truck or I dig a ditch.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't,
That's a man's lane.
You're not disparaging yourself.
No.
It's the fact of the matter is that it's just certain things that you just can't do together, and that's one of those things that doesn't work.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, what do you got to say? Thanks
comment,
for listening, podcast land. I'm gonna tell you
podcast
this.
land.
You know, stick with us. This we're in a room with a turtle that is fucking losing its mind all the time. I wonder if you can all hear that. He just it's one of those. He just tries to climb a wall. Like you'd think he'd understand, he can't get out.
I think we need to make a promise that 2025 that they get to see us.
No, they have to see.
They have to see us. Yeah,
they got us. They got to see the coat. You're gonna wear the coat. You're gonna take a picture of the coat, and you're gonna make the meme around the coat. New episode. Next week's episode, the coat's gonna be in it.
Oh man,
it's got to be in it. Yeah, I'll take a picture. Put it on
I'll
the
wear
couch.
this thing anytime.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. We take it because people are gonna want to see it.
Of course,
take a picture of it and put the meme around it, like new episode coming out for next week's episode.
Yeah,
which will be right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And with that, what do you got to say?
Love you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a review and grab a brew. Cheers, podcast.
And with that, AC out. This Complete Nonsense podcast is brought to you today and every day by AAO Optical and WDEC, Anglo-American Optical and What Do I Care Optical, 100-year-old manufacturers of high-end English eyewear, produced in the UK, distributed everywhere. Check us out for your eyewear needs. Anglo-American Optical, Ltd.com. If you can dream it, we can make it. 800-753-9727. Give them a call today. Also, Blue Savage Tea, BLUSAVAGET. It's an up-and-coming apparel company that specializes in custom designs of high-quality clothing and apparel. And if you can design it, you can imagine it, they can make it. Check out their Etsy shop, Blue Savage Tea. Again, that's BLUSAVAGET, all one word, on Etsy for great designs. Order today. Give them a call at 708-424-6119. We'd also like to thank our partners, Authentic Creations, who help produce, edit, and market this nonsense podcast. Check them out at AuthenticCreation.org. And we will not forget, last but not least, our partner of Workspace Collective in Daytona for allowing us to record in their luxurious space studio, dedicated desk, conference space, virtual office solutions, and casual meeting areas. The experienced team at Workspace Collective is here to ensure your business thrives. Give them a call at 877-490-0040.